Hello Eagles fans, welcome to Eagles Insider. It's the Carlton Draught Derby on Saturday night. Huge game in Western Australia. We're here to preview it. Boys, welcome. Andrew, Embley, don't give me the, it's just another game. It is a huge game.
Massive game. It's funny, when I was playing, my standing line was you'd hate to think the guys go out there and try any harder because it's a derby, because it's a big final, because then you'd say where that effort is every other week. But I tell you what, now that I'm a supporter, I hate losing to Fremantle, and I can assure you I've got a couple of Fremantle mates that hate losing to West Coast. This is more than just another game, lads.
Absolutely, we can't wait. Fireworks may be. The record favours Eagles lately, Thumper, but you can't put much into that, can you?
It does. The last 3 games we've won by an average winning margin of 33 points. But let's not just forget about the 6 straight we lost prior to that. And even 07 to 2010, lost 7 straight. I mean, these were dark times for Eagles supporters. Cheers for that, Wack, by the way. And the importance of this game for both sides. They're about midfield on the ladder, so it is critical for their season aspirations. Freo, $3.15. Oh, geez, that's a bit nerve-wracking. I think it's going to be a little bit closer than that. I reckon bring back the biff, Wack. That's what I want to see. I want to see some aggro. Probably not suspensions, like big 9-week suspensions. I think the only way we see something like that again is if Kickett comes up to the commentary box where you are and kicks off for round 2. What do you reckon?
Dale Kickett back in 2000, the Demolition Derby. Let's hope it's not as serious and as physical as that, but certainly want to see a really tough and hard contest, and both sides. It's important. This win becomes really important with both sides are on the ladder at the moment. You know, the 4 points is extremely important this week.
What about the first derby since 1999 without the Pav? Isn't that handy? Because he's been destructive against us at times. So that's a long time ago.
Long time, and nice to see him not out there, I suppose, from an Eagles point of view. A couple of changes on both sides, Thumper.
Yeah, let's start with the Eagles. So coming into the side, we've got Kurt Mutimer playing his Eagles debut. He's coming in. Sam Mitchell, also named, pretty handy, veteran Brownlow medalist. And big Jonathan Giles opting for the 2 ruckmen against Sandy. Out, Jackson Nelson with a fractured wrist. Jamie Cripps, his ankle is cooked. 8 weeks we've given him. And Will Schofield, the unlucky omission. What about on Freo's side?
Stephen Hill's out. That's a really big blow for the Fremantle Dockers because his form this year has been really, really good. Harley Ballick comes back into the team. He's been a really improved player this year and been playing a really important role for him.
First 2 games, everyone thought it's a repeat for Freo this year, but they've turned it around. What have they done?
Their pressure's back and they're really taking the game on and playing instinctive football. So they're getting the game played in their forward half and giving their forwards an opportunity. So they've been really exciting over the last 3 weeks. Big
Sandy, we know he's going to be dominant, Thumper. What can the Eagles do on the ground, perhaps, even in the air, to try and combat that?
Oh, it's a tough ask. I mean, Jonathan Giles, he's only averaged 24 hit-outs a game for his career. And Nathan Vardy played majority of his footy up forward, only fine-tuning the ruck this season. Aaron Sandilands, an absolute beast of a man. Probably the best tap ruckman to ever play the game, you'd have to say. And he's leading the league at however 40 years old, however he is, at 47 hit-outs per game. Freo are second in clearances, so what they're doing at the moment is actually working. It's not like the old days where he'd dominate hit-outs and they couldn't get the ball out. So what do West Coast need to do? They need to have constant communication around those stoppages, be wary of Fremantle's setups and that space that they're blocking into. You don't want all of those hit-outs, you know, turned into hit-outs to advantage, because that's the key for us. I just hope that Sam Mitchell and Dean Cox have been locked in a room together, sleepovers, lunches all week, and come up with a great game plan that's going to nullify this ruck dominance that they're going to have for the majority of the game.
The defensive structure looks like it's back, especially over the last couple of weeks when they've won. They're much harder to score against.
Fremantle, yeah, absolutely. Their midfield's starting to get on top a little bit. And so when you start winning clearances, contested football and get the game going your way, then suddenly the opposition aren't going the other way and putting pressure on the Fremantle defenders. So they're playing a really good style of team defence at the moment, and that's the reason why they're getting the job done.
On our side of the fence, Eagles, they've been away to the MCG twice this year, and both times have come back winless. There's been a lot of noise this week. Where do you think they're at?
West Coast is striving to become a really good team, and at the moment they're not quite there yet. And good sides can win anywhere, regardless of who they play and where they play. So that's going to be the great challenge for them when they go away, to be able to play with that same kind of intensity as they do at home. And, you know, I know the group, and we all know that group. They've got enough character and resilience in there to be able to find that pretty soon, I reckon. Kurt
Mutimer, as you say, debuting. Tell us a little bit about him, Stephen.
Yeah, OK. Pick number 57 from the 2015 draft. Good size, left-footed midfielder at 184 centimetres, just 20 years of age. Suffered a lot of hamstring problems last year, so that ended up getting surgery from it. So that derailed him a bit, and probably why West Coast fans are thinking, who's this bloke come from the clouds for his debut? It was been rewarded for form down at East Perth and his work on the training tracks, but he's had 29 touches, 9 tackles and 8 inside 50s against Perth. Was a real key performer down there to get their first win. Just being consistent, good strength and power around the contest, got a good penetrating left boot, able to break the lines. He's the first Eagle to debut since Adam Carter back in 2013 in a Derby. So big stage is set for the young Victorian. Let's hope he handles it well.
Contested ball, we know it's a huge factor. 2015, when the Eagles surged to the grand final, I think they were the best in the comp. Last year, they were one of the best. This year, I think they're in the bottom quarter for contested ball differential. When you're not winning the taps, the contested ball becomes even bigger than that.
Yeah, and as Thumper said, obviously Sandlands will get his hands on the football, but West Coast have done a lot of homework on Sandlands, where their hit targets are, etc. So they really need to win the footy at the source this week. Absolutely really important. Start getting the game going their way. But on the flip side, when Fremantle do win the football, then what kind of pressure they can put on the Fremantle mids to at least nullify the quality of their clearances so they can win the football back and then go on transition.
Should be a huge game very quickly without notice. Tip for the Glendinning medal?
Oh, JK, just easy. $1.30.
Luke Shuey.
Jeremy McGovern for me. Well done, boys. Enjoy the football. We can't wait. Saturday night at Domain Stadium. It's the Carlton Draught Derby, and go the Eagles.